You think you're fine right now, but your dog already knows something is wrong. Before you feel the anxiety, before the headache starts, before you even notice your own mood shifting, the dog has already read the chemical signature coming off your body. Animals are not just reacting to how you act. They are reading you on a biological level that goes deeper than anything you consciously broadcast. Elephants can detect grief in other elephants from hundreds of meters away. When a member of their herd dies, elephants across the family group change their behavior simultaneously, even those who are not present and cannot see or hear what happened. They return to the bones of their dead for years. They touch them with their trunks. They stand in silence. Scientists who have studied this behavior for decades still cannot fully explain the mechanism. They simply know that it happens, consistently, across every elephant population ever studied. Crows remember human faces, not just for days, for years. A crow that had a negative experience with a specific human will recognize that person's face across multiple years, different clothing, and even different hairstyles. And it will tell other crows. Crows that have never met the person will mob and harass them based entirely on social information passed through the flock. They are holding grudges and sharing them. Researchers at the University of Washington confirmed this by wearing specific masks while trapping crows for study, then wearing neutral masks afterward. The crows attacked the dangerous mask every time, ignoring the neutral one, even years later. Now here is where it gets deeply strange. Rats show empathy. In controlled experiments, a free rat will work to release a trapped rat. Even when releasing the trapped rat gives the free rat no food reward, no benefit, and no obvious advantage. The free rat chooses to help purely because the trapped rat is distressed. When researchers offered the free rat chocolate, one of the strongest motivators for rats, the free rat still often chose to free the trapped rat first before eating. The neural mechanisms behind this behavior overlap significantly with the empathy circuitry in human brains. We did not invent empathy. We inherited it. You already know dogs do this. You have seen it. Your dog comes to you when you cry. It does not ask why. It does not need to understand the reason. It simply detects the distress and moves toward it. Studies measuring cortisol in both dogs and their owners found that the dog's stress hormone rises and falls in sync with the owner's, even when the owner shows no visible behavioral signs of stress. The dog is reading the chemistry, not the performance. Horses are even more sensitive. They read human heart rate variability. They detect microexpressions too small for other humans to notice. They assess you the moment you enter a room. In published research, horses shown photographs of angry human faces showed elevated heart rates and turned their heads to view the image with their left eye, the eye connected to the brain's threat processing hemisphere. They were not just seeing an image. They were assessing a threat. When shown happy faces, the heart rate stayed normal. The viewing eye switched sides. The physiological response was completely different. Horses are running a continuous threat assessment scan on every human face they encounter. But it gets stranger than mammals. Octopuses, animals with no shared evolutionary history with vertebrates, show individual personality traits, preferences, and what appears to be emotional coloring of their skin that does not serve camouflage purposes. Individual octopuses in research facilities have been documented responding differently to different human staff members, playing with some, hiding from others, squirting water at specific researchers they appear to dislike. They are forming opinions about individual humans. Even insects. Bees communicate emotional information through chemical signals. When one bee is stressed, the chemical signal spreads through the colony and changes the collective behavior of thousands of individuals who never directly experience the triggering event. Research from Queen Mary University found that bees experiencing a simulated predator attack subsequently showed behavior patterns consistent with a pessimistic cognitive state. They were less likely to investigate ambiguous stimuli, defaulting to avoidance. Stressed bees become anxious bees. Chimpanzees console distressed group members. After a conflict, uninvolved third-party chimps will approach the loser and offer physical comfort, grooming, touching, sitting in close contact. This is not trained behavior. It is spontaneous social support. Researchers have documented this consolation behavior in over 40 years of chimpanzee observation. The pattern is consistent. Third parties intervene to reduce distress in others at no benefit to themselves. Sound familiar? Dolphins support injured or ill companions at the water surface for hours, sometimes days, preventing them from drowning. They do this for individuals who cannot sustain themselves and who provide no functional benefit to the group. Dolphin mothers have been documented carrying deceased calves for days. Marine biologists call it grieving behavior. The mother continues the motions of caring for a calf that can no longer benefit from the care. Crows hold what researchers call crow funerals. When a crow dies, other crows gather around the body. They do not eat it. They stand near it. They call loudly. Scientists believe they are gathering information about what caused the death, learning from the dead to protect the living. The gathering lasts for up to 30 minutes. After it ends, crows avoid the location where the death occurred for days. They are processing danger information as a community, using the death of one member to update the threat knowledge of the whole group. Elephant herds carry emotional memory across generations. Older matriarchs who live through droughts and conflicts have been shown to lead their herds more effectively in crisis situations than younger matriarchs who lack that experiential emotional memory. When researchers played recordings of lion roars to elephant herds, herds led by older matriarchs showed faster, more coordinated defensive responses. The older elephants were not just remembering information, they were transmitting the emotional confidence of experience to the entire group. Dogs can read genuine versus fake happiness. In studies where humans posed happy expressions versus genuinely experienced them, dogs showed different behavioral responses. They are not just reading facial muscle position. They are detecting authenticity. This makes evolutionary sense. A dog that could tell whether a human's positive signal was genuine or deceptive would be better positioned to make survival decisions. They evolved a lie detector as a social tool. Parrots are extraordinary emotional mirrors. They pick up the emotional states of their owners and begin displaying matching behaviors. Feather condition changes, vocalization pattern shifts, appetite changes, even when the owner is consciously trying to appear calm. Avian veterinarians have noted that parrot behavioral problems frequently mirror the emotional climate of the household. Anxious households produce anxious parrots. The bird is running a continuous emotional echo of the environment it lives in. Goats preferentially approach distressed humans over calm ones. Research published in the Royal Society journal found goats consistently oriented toward and approached sad human faces rather than happy ones, suggesting a drive toward individuals who need something. The goats made more eye contact with the sad human faces and spent more time near them. These are prey animals, not working animals, not domesticated for emotional service. They are doing this because something in their social cognition drives them toward distress signals. The pattern across all of these species is not coincidental. Emotional awareness, the ability to detect, respond to, and act on the emotional states of others, appears to be a fundamental feature of complex social life, not a uniquely human invention. Evolution discovered emotional intelligence multiple times, independently, across wildly different lineages. Rats and dolphins and crows and elephants are not emotionally intelligent because they are like us. We are emotionally intelligent because we are like them. And the next time you sit beside your dog and it puts its head on your lap without being asked, remember that it is not doing something cute. It is doing something ancient. It is performing a social function that evolution refined over millions of years because it works. The emotional lives of animals are not a simplified version of human emotional lives. They are a parallel development, different expressions of the same deep evolutionary truth, that social animals who can read and respond to each other's internal states survive better than those who cannot. You are not the only emotionally aware animal on this planet. You are surrounded by them, and some of them have been reading you far longer than you have been reading yourself.